Hello everyone and welcome to today's live stream. If you are new here on the live streams, basically what we do is it's kind of an ask anything live stream. If you have any questions, comments, things you want to hear about, please feel free to leave a chat in the live comment section. And in previous streams, we've been able to address everybody's questions, comments, things they want to hear about related to crypto. So please feel free to leave any comments. But taking a quick look here, kind of just starting off on the coin heat map. Overall, we are looking very, very strong still. We've had a very strong few days in crypto, with Bitcoin being up almost 20%, I believe, this week, sitting just above $52,000, which is awesome to see. We've had a little bit of run up, I think, as we prepare for the next Bitcoin halving, which of course is in just a few months. I think it's about 60 days away, so very cool. I think definitely part of this run up is going up because of that. Low roller, nice to see you here. Welcome. I know you've been in the streams before, so please feel free to ask any questions, things like that. And back doing a stream here. I know you've been interested in one, with everything kind of going up in crypto, and hopefully we can get some more viewers here in the stream. It's been a couple weeks since I've done one, but yeah, I like the bad news for faucet users. Yeah, good news for everybody, bad news for faucet users. Crypto is going up, but hey, that doesn't mean it's a good time to stop using faucets. Even if crypto is up, you can still claim from a number of faucets, and while your earnings in crypto may be a little bit lower, at least you're still walking away with something. Free crypto is always good, even if it's a little bit less. So, but as you can see here, there's a little bit of red sprinkled in. I think we might be slowing down from this previous 7-day run, but Bitcoin's still holding pretty strong at above 52,000, which is awesome to see. Ethereum almost to 2,900, so 2855 still looking very, very strong. Binance coin doing really good today, in addition to a few others that are some of those darker green. XRP back above 55 cents, which is awesome to see. George, hello, nice to see you here. And OD, nice to see you here. You said link over Doge. I did not see. I see low roller. You said, did you see Chainlink pass the top 10 in Dogecoin? I did not see that. So let me actually take a look at just the straight coin market cap here, and see where everything is at. So might have flipped back there briefly, because it's, at least on my end with CoinMarketCap, showing Dogecoin is number 10. Chainlink is just below it. But yeah, no, I think we're going to start to see a lot of kind of shakeup in the CoinMarketCap overall. As prices start to go up, things are going to start moving around, and we've got some coins, especially in the lower of the top 10 here, that are pretty close to each other, within 3 billion of each other. So I think that's definitely something we're going to start to see in the next few weeks and months as we get closer to this Bitcoin halving, which is right now about 61 days away. So quick thank you to everybody for joining in. I see we have 6 viewers, which is awesome. Please like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. And if you're new here, please feel free to put any questions, comments, things you want to hear about in the live chat. Always happy to talk about the things you're interested in. And if you have anything you'd like to see in a pre-recorded video, definitely please let me know. I'd always be happy to look into new sites and services. But let's see, low roller, you said Dogecoin was the top 10 coin in 2014. Nothing new. Dogecoin drop as low as number 50 in CoinMarketCap in 2016. Yeah, Doge, I think, is one of those ones that it'll be around. I'm not too concerned if Doge is in 9th place, 10th place, 11th place, or 20th, something like that. I think it's going to be around, and I think Dogecoin is one of those coins. Of course, it's a meme coin, but it's the OG meme coin, and I think that's really good, because I could really see Doge going on another run like it did before. I think there's some things that need to happen, the social media, stuff like that, to kind of promote it like it did back in 2020 and 2021. But, I think it's definitely possible. So Doge, I think, is definitely a good one to be holding on to a little bit of, whether you mined it or got it from faucets, things like that. But Low Roller, you said Solana to flip BNB this week. Let's take a look. 49 and 53. Yeah, that's very possible. I think Binance Coin has such a big following behind it just because of the exchange and things like that. But, with that being said, I think Solana is a very strong coin as well. And I would not be surprised if we did see Solana take over Binance Coin. Will it be this week? I don't know, but definitely in the future. OD said, in my opinion, number 8, Tron by Summer. Yeah, Tron, again, a very strong coin. There was a lot of use cases a few years ago for it, with some of the games. I think they were called dApps. I'm sure those are still out there. It's not something I really do much in crypto anymore, but yeah, I think Tron's a very strong coin. There's a lot of exchanges that use it. So yeah, I think number 8, that's certainly possible. I'd be interested to see what it surpasses and, what kind of moves up with it. If you think it'll go past, Chain and Doge and Avalanche here. Cardano's a very strong coin as well. I don't think that one's really going anywhere. I can definitely see that one going up in value with the rest of them, as the rest of the top 10 continue to increase in value as well. But Low Roller asked, how is your mining coins? Doing really well. At the beginning of February, I decided to switch over from mining XRP into mining Polygon Matic, which has actually worked out really well. I believe it was in the the high 70s when I started mining it back on February 1st. And in 15 days, I think probably mined about 40 or 50 coins. So, actually doing really well, especially with the little bit of a price increase that we've seen as part of this run. So still mining Polygon Matic using unminable, so mining the Kapow algorithm and getting paid out in Matic. George, you said next all-time high should be a few months after the Bitcoin halving. Yeah, I wouldn't get your hopes up right away. I would say, personally for me, I'm expecting the next all-time high for Bitcoin, if it follows the previous trends, to be, maybe November, December of this year or early next year in 2025, this time next year. So I personally still think we have a few quite a bit of time, really, a few months, beyond just the halving. So, with that being said, I could be wrong, but I wouldn't get your hopes up too quickly. And who knows? We are on a really good trajectory right now. And I think if Bitcoin keeps its momentum that it has right now, we could see all-time highs before the Bitcoin halving. I wouldn't count on it, but it is definitely very possible. The Bitcoin ETF has been going up right alongside crypto. I think it's over $30 for the BlackRock one, which I believe it opened at about 22. So awesome to see that going up every day along with Bitcoin and crypto. And of course, Bitcoin never sleeps. So, even on the weekends and at night, prices can still move up quite a bit. So very cool to see that. I think the ETF is definitely helping in the immediate term. I think it had a little bit of a negative effect, but kind of like I talked about in one of the other streams, it just needed some time, and we've got it moving back up now. So Low Roll, you said no one expect Dogecoin to still be here. People expected Dogecoin to die. Yeah, I think there were a lot of people out there that did expect Doge to kind of fall off the map, still be out there, but not really a top 10, top 20 crypto. I never really had any doubt of it. Like you said, Low Roller, earlier in the stream here, Doge has been around for a while. It's been in the top 10. It's been, as low as the top 50 or even lower than that. And it's still around. It's one of the original cryptos going back quite a few years, over 10 years now. So, I think Dogecoin, a coin like Litecoin, that'll be around for, a while. I don't think those coins are really going anywhere, even if they did fall down from where they previously were. So, I think they're relatively safe investments. I would say that Dogecoin, personally for me, I would say I'd feel a lot more comfortable having investing in Doge compared to investing in Shiba. I think they're both strong coins. I think they both have the potential to go up, but if I had to pick one that I think would perform better, I think Dogecoin just has a better opportunity because of its history. It's well known, and with that being said, I think it's just a strong coin that a lot of people know. It has that brand recognizability, and it's an easy coin to get a hold of. All right, had to take a quick drink there, but George, you said, are you mining GPU mining in the U.S.? Yes, I am running my mining rigs in the U.S. With even a little bit of a slightly higher power cost, but I think more and more people are starting to mine. It's not profitable everywhere. I know a lot of places in Europe pay quite a bit for electric, but you can still GPU mine in the US, and I think that's something that more and more people are starting to do as crypto is gaining in price, and profits are a little bit easier to come by in the GPU mining space. Low Roller, you said you heard Genesis expect to sell Genesis. I'm not sure what that one is. Sell 1.3 billion in Bitcoin and crypto. Might see a huge drop soon. You heard the news. Let me look that up because I don't recognize that name. Let's see. I think it was GNS. Crypto sell off. Oh, maybe we meant Genesis. Let's see. Oh, okay, yeah, 1.6 billion here. So, no, I did not hear that, but just to receive U.S. Court appeal to sell. In the grayscale. Okay. So, okay, this might be just one of the banks that controls that. So, okay. Yeah, I think we could see a little bit of a drop off, but really when you're looking at crypto, specifically Bitcoin, 1.6 billion or 1.3 billion sounds like a lot to you and I, but really in the big grand scheme of Bitcoin, it's not all that much. $1 billion is, compared to a $1 trillion market cap, that's got to be less than 1%. So it's definitely quite a bit, but I really wouldn't be all that concerned if it's just a $1.3 billion sell-off. Even looking at today, the entire market volume just today, which is down almost 13% compared to yesterday, $36 billion. So yeah, it's a lot on the day, 1/36 of today's trading volume, but I wouldn't be too concerned about that. So it's good to keep up on it, but really I'm not all that worried, and I think it'll be interesting to see how it affects them, but we'll see what happens. But looks like we have 7 people in the stream here, so thank you so much for joining. Please feel free to leave any comments or questions that you have, about crypto or, mining, anything like that in the live comments. Happy to see some people here on the stream, and please, if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to Bitcoin Tips to stay up to date on all things crypto. So, Low Roller, you said, great time to buy your favorite altcoins since it didn't pump all that hard. Yeah, so getting in right now, I think there's still a lot of time. Like I said, I think we probably will see some sort of pullback before the Bitcoin halving, and possibly even after the Bitcoin halving, before we get to that all-time high level. So you can definitely still invest in altcoins and Bitcoin now and still have a chance to make quite a bit of money as we get into the full bull market. I think this is just kind of a pre-bull market run. And altcoins, absolutely. I think there were a lot that kind of lagged behind, XRP being one of them. It was 50 cents for a lot of this week. So I think we still have a lot of room for XRP to go up. Cardano's been doing really well. It's up 15% this week, which is kind of the average across the top 10 anyways. But That's only 60 cents. Dogecoin, of course, 8.5 cents. That's been higher this year. If we look back on the year chart here, if it loads, yeah, Dogecoin was up in the 9 to 10 cent range just back in December. If you're looking at the last 12 months, so we still got room for Dogecoin to go up. There's a lot of altcoins out there that you can still invest in. So definitely still time, and definitely still time to use faucets to claim these as well. Let's see, getting a lot of chats here. So thank you all for participating. It's great to see everybody in here. Mike, nice to see you. I see you pop in the chat there. But let's see, Low Roller, I know you had a few other chats as well. Low Roller, you said the faucets save Litecoin and Dogecoin since so many people were collecting them, the free Dogecoin and faucets for over 5 years. Yeah, that's a very good point. And there's sites like the Final Autoclaim faucet that offers almost 80 different cryptos to claim from, and some of those are very, very cheap coins that it's could be a similar situation where you were claiming Dogecoin from a faucet in 2014, 2015, except you're claiming this new coin from Final Autoclaim or a similar faucet in 2024. Of course, we don't know what coins are gonna jump up like crazy like Dogecoin did, but I think a lot of people say the crypto faucet is dead. It's impossible to make any money with them anymore. That's not really true. You just, you're not going to make as much if you're just claiming Bitcoin or Ethereum, but there's still a lot out there that pay in smaller coins like Litecoin and Dogecoin, cheaper than, of course, a $50,000 coin. And there's faucets out there that pay in coins that are less than a penny, like, different Shiba pays out on there. I think Baby Doge is on there. Even a coin like Space Coin, which runs with the Final Autoclaim faucet, it's a penny and a half right now. That's a great coin with a great use case that I think has a lot of potential to go up in value here as we continue to get closer to the bull market. Alright, so Low Roller, you said Bonk and other new meme coins are better investments than Shiba in the bull run. And there's a question, so I'm guessing that was a question. I don't want to say they're better or worse. Personally, for me, I think kind of the way it looks like it ran, Dogecoin, of course, went up in value really, really well. We started to see a ton of copies of Dogecoin trying to do something similar, and I think Shiba was one of the ones that did it the best. Shiba is still around. It is still in the top 20, which is really impressive. For a meme coin like this, Shiba itself as a project is very active. People are burning the coin. They've burned over half the circulating supply. So I think personally, if you're looking for a meme coin, Shiba, it would probably be the one that I would give, a closer look at, because it really, from a project standpoint, is very active, and I think there's just a lot of potential within Shiba. Plus, it's already very well known. So if we start to see it doing really, really well, taking a run, going up multiple tens of percents a day, I think more people are going to be more comfortable investing in it because they've heard of it before, they've seen what it's done before, versus something new. That's my opinion. I think other coins out there definitely is, they have the potential to go up, and they may do better than Shiba in the short term, but there's more risk involved in it. Mike, you said, hey, did you already look at the Bitcoin chart? I'm wondering if we hit all-time high before halving. We can definitely take a look at that. I just want to pull up the live, or it's trading view. There it is. On Low Roll, you said Bitcoin all-time high never hit before halving. Yeah, that is, I don't know that it's never hit. I'd have to check that, but, I think it is possible that we do hit all-time high. So let's take a look here. We're looking at, I think day candles are probably all right. But yeah, in the last stream, we kind of took a look at, where we were, for the next price jump. We were sitting around this $39,000 limit, 39.5, and it kind of tried to break through that level a little bit and did not succeed. Ultimately, after that, we jumped back up very strong and broke through what looked to be the previous resistance of around 47,000 up to about 48,000 on the wicks of the candles there. And of course, since then, we've been trending up just about every day since then. We do have to scroll back a little bit further out, and if we do look all the way back into, let's see what year we're in here, all the way back into December of 2021. This was the last time we were at this level. Now, with that being said, it kind of tried to test and break through that level, and that's pretty much where we're at right now. So if we break through the the $52,000 range, I think the next jump up will probably be right around to the 59,000 range, which it seems to have been. Let's see here, we're in November of 2021. Seems to kind of be this 59,500 range here, where we jumped around and tried to break through it. And at that point, I think if we do break through there, we will absolutely see new all-time highs. So the question is, will we break through and continue moving up? I think we've spent 2 or 3 days here zooming in. It looks like we've been around this level for about 2 days. We broke through up to 52,000 on Wednesday, February 14th. We've had Thursday, and this is now into Friday of February 16th. So, we may test this level for a little while and then fall back down to the, $47,000 range. So another, $4,000 or $5,000 down. If that happens, I wouldn't be shocked. I do agree with what Low Roller said. It is pretty rare to see Bitcoin hit an all-time high right before a Bitcoin halving. But it's not impossible. There's a lot of new things that we didn't have in previous cycles. There's a number of ETFs. There's a lot more involvement in crypto just in general. It's a lot easier to purchase crypto than it used to be. A lot of brokerage apps, like Robinhood and whatnot, allow you to just buy crypto straight up, making it easier than ever for people who maybe are really interested in stocks and all of that to also try out and get into crypto a little bit. And of course, here on the channel we look at ways that are to get crypto free or crypto investment type things, but a lot of people are just here to purchase it, wait for it to go up and sell it. And people like that are very important as well, because that does help drive the price up as well. So Mike, hopefully that helps. I think right now, if we do start to see it break over, I would say probably the $53,000 range, we will definitely be getting very close to new all-time highs. But, I think we still have a couple more ceilings to break through before we would see that. And it does look like we still have 7 people here in the stream. So again, if you do have any questions or things you want to hear about, please feel free to leave a chat and make sure to like and subscribe. So let's see. Laura, you said VE chain is pumping. Let me take a look at the VE chain coin here. Right there. Yeah, up about 23% today. Just taking a minute to load in the chart. Yeah, no, they seem to be doing really well even just this week. About 53% this week. 46% this month. So yeah, I don't know too much about this coin, but looks like it's doing really well. Number 31 on CoinMarketCap, so it's pretty popular coin then if it's getting up there in the coin market listings. All right, George, you said USDC upside, downside upside down cat. Meme tokens are the next big thing. Yeah, I think, meme tokens do have a very good chance to make you a lot of money, especially because you can get so many of them for cheap. But, I've always said here on the channel, meme coins are very fun, and yes, there's a very, very big upside potential, but you have to be careful with what you're investing in because, not every coin is going to do something like what Doge or Shiba did. And yeah, you can find a few that will do very well, but at some point you're going to end up losing money based off, if you had 2 or 3 that did really well, but 30 or 40 that didn't do anything, is it really coming out ahead? So, definitely be careful, do your research. But yeah, I think there's a very good potential to make a lot of money in crypto with, using just meme coins. Low Roller said ETH may reach 2,800 today. Yeah, it looks like it's up 2.37%, 2846 at this time. So that one's looking very strong as well. George, you said, have you made any withdrawal from Rollercoin? I've been getting paid. That's actually a really interesting story, George. If you're still in the stream, if you don't mind, what coins have you been getting paid out in? I'm interested to hear because I actually had a little bit of an unfortunate encounter with Rollercoin. I have been using them since about 2020, and I've gotten paid out a number of times from them, and ultimately I did get paid out from the site, but what I did is I actually requested a withdrawal on December 31st of 2023, so about 2.5 months ago. It was a Bitcoin withdrawal, and it was coins that I had earned from the game. So, I had above the minimum and all that, requested the withdrawal, and on their site, to be fair to them, they do have it listed that it takes 7 to 10 business days. So I waited about, I think it was probably 12 or 13 business days, and I had not gotten the withdrawal. It still said pending on the site, so I went ahead and reached out to support. Ultimately, they didn't, have much of an answer for me and basically refunded the money back to my Rollercoin account and said you have to retry withdrawing again. George, interesting. You said you've been getting paid out in Matic. That's really interesting. So, anyways, I redid the withdrawal. This was about, like I said, 2 weeks after the initial one, and I went ahead and redid the Bitcoin withdrawal, and it still was not getting paid out. Reached out to support, and they pretty much just told me there was an issue and they were working on it. Never said what the issue was, never gave a time estimate, anything like that. So ultimately, I joined their Discord and was reaching out to support daily on Discord. And after about 2.5 months, I think it was probably around the 10th or 11th, I finally got paid out. I did receive my Bitcoin, but it was a very long and drawn-out process, and I never really got an answer as to why I didn't get my payment in the time that they had listed. So, yes, I did get paid out. It was in Bitcoin. I don't know if that was the issue, but glad to hear you've been getting paid out as well in Matic, so hopefully that continues. Like I said, support was very unhelpful compared to the previous experiences that I've had with them, but with that being said, I do want to be fair to the site. I do still think it's a good site. I have no reason to think that I wasn't ever going to get paid. It's just very strange that they wouldn't tell me why. Yeah, so I see, not to skip everybody else's chats, we'll circle back to that, but George, I see, said it might have to do with the fees. Originally, they said they had implemented some changes on their site to cover the fees, and essentially what it used to be with Bitcoin was they paid the withdrawal fee. Well, they refunded my first withdrawal and said the change was in place, that the fee was now on the customer withdrawing. Okay, that makes sense, that's fine. I was alright with it. I figured I'd get my withdrawal pretty quickly because I had already been waiting, 2 weeks. I don't really know what happened after that, why it took another 5 weeks to get withdrawn, but hey, I got it in the end. The fee wasn't all that bad, maybe a couple thousand Satoshis, but it is what it is. So hopefully it continues to work. I am mining Dogecoin on there right now. May switch over to Matic at some point, but when I do get enough, I will definitely be doing another withdraw from them. Low Roller, did you know, you said, did you know the faucet paid USDT now? It never happened before. Not sure what faucet you're referring to. I know a lot of faucets do pay, whether it be USDT or other coins. Just thought I'd look real quick here. Let's see. Oops, typed in the wrong password. Just trying to load up a few faucets just to see which ones are, paying USDT. So I do know it looks like Fire Faucet here does offer USDT, and so does the Dutchy faucet as well, has USDT here. So actually both the links to these two faucets are down below. If you haven't already signed up, I would definitely check that out, because they do offer USDT if that is a coin you're going after. Let's see. Lower, you said Bonk is Solana's meme coin. Yeah, it is a meme coin built on the Solana network, so I think that's, their one. Maybe they'll have another one, but we'll see. Let's see. Low Roller, you said crypto bull run will be crazier than ever than the last bull run. Since we didn't get institutional money in the last bull runs, most people will be in crypto this cycle. That is very true. I think we have a lot of new financial vehicles that will allow people to be invested in Bitcoin and crypto as we get into the next bull run. And I think that paired with our usual round of more mainstream news coverage, more people talking about it, social media promoting it more, I think it's a very perfect storm to see much higher all-time highs than we could probably imagine. So hopefully that happens. I think we will absolutely see a six-figure Bitcoin, whether that's $100,000 or $150,000 or $250,000, I don't know. But I do absolutely believe 100,000 is very, very possible in the next bull cycle. Mike, you said Ethereum is looking really good too for this cycle. Yeah, I think, I know last cycle a lot of people were talking about Ethereum hitting 10,000. I think it made it to like 4,000, maybe 5,000. But this cycle, I think with kind of what Low Roller was pointing out there, there's a lot more ways to get into crypto, and really I wouldn't be all that surprised if it looks like we got to about 4,300, 4,400 last time, but I wouldn't be all that surprised if we do see an Ethereum ETF in the near future. I don't know if they're working on any, but I think Ethereum would be the next logical step in the ETFs space, just since it's, number 2 coin, very proven, been around for a long time, kind of meets all that safety, nothing crazy for ETFs. But, with that being said, I think, Ethereum is a very good hold for the next bull run as well, especially to be, something a little bit safer. You might not get rich off of it, but it is a safer bet. And, if you can get some now, I think that's awesome. But we'll just have to see where it goes. Low Roller, you said VE Chain is a good investment since it can easily reach $1 in the bull run. Yeah, I think, I don't, like I said, know a ton about it, but it's done pretty well, today. And looking back on its all-time back in 2021 here, looks like it got up to 25 cents. So yeah, if it does follow the same pattern, I do think 75 cents to $1 could be possible. But like I said, I don't know a ton about this coin, so don't want to speak too much to what they're doing. But Mike, you said any thoughts on Supercoin, Superverse? I have not heard of it, but let's take a look. Superverse, it's number 115 on the coin market cap. Loading in. Looks like it's Ethereum and Polygon. They're on a decent number of exchanges here. That's good. Take a look at their all-time. Looks like back in 2021 they were about $4.22. Yeah, I think it looks like they've had a little bit of a jump these last few days as well, or actually last few months. So yeah, it looks like it could be something to potentially move up as well. Previous charts, it doesn't go back super far, but yeah, I think in the next bull run, if the team is still active and developing and things like that, I think it looks like a promising coin to at least double or triple your investment, getting back to where it used to be. But again, like I said, I haven't done a ton of research into it, so I don't know how active the project is, what the use cases are, things like that. And Mike, you said last halving rates were 0. Fed still has to cut rates. Lots of liquidity should be coming, especially in an election year. Yeah, I think that's going to play into it as well, especially during the last bull run. There was a lot of extra money that people had, so I think that definitely played into it as well. So it'll be interesting to see. I think with all the new vehicles to get into crypto, I think it's very possible to see these new all-time highs compared to what we saw previously. But you do have a very good point. I think it would only help if we did start to see some of those rates getting cut, and it becoming a little easier to borrow and get into some more investing and maybe a little bit more risky investments, since right now it's pretty easy to get a safe 5 to 6% return on the money you have. So why take the more dangerous option to get 5 to 6% if you can do it safely? But something to think about as well. And then George, I think this was your follow-up comments around the roller coin conversation, so I think we can jump past those. But yeah, hopefully you keep getting paid in Matic. I'm glad to hear that at least they're paying, because I did do a little bit of research on my own, and it looked like people were still getting paid. I really do think it was just a Bitcoin issue, and I don't know why it was taking so long for my payment to be withdrawn, but ultimately I did get it, and it is what it is. I'll definitely be keeping a close eye on the site the next time I do a withdraw. Low Roller, you said, can you mine Bonk now? Yes. You can buy or you can mine Bonk using Unmineable. I do have a tutorial here on the channel going through the setup to mine Bonk coin, but they do support all of the algorithms that Unmineable supports here. So in most cases, I think with standard GPUs, gaming GPUs, POW is most likely your best bet. With that being said, there are some other algorithms that may work better for your hardware, so definitely do your own research there. But yep, you can mine Bonk here. They've got a decent selection, and they actually are continuing to add coin. NeoX was added, Wen was added, and AIPG was added recently. So, Unmineable is expanding their list pretty much, every other week, it seems like. So, definitely tons of great coins to mine here on Unmineable. And Lower, you said, I saw some other faucet sites and saw they were paying USDT. Yeah, it's a good coin to get paid out in, pretty stable, and you can exchange it into pretty much every other crypto. So, if that's all the faucet's paying out in, it's still worth using the faucet, I would say, for sure. But yeah, so let's take a look here. George, you said, I have BTC transaction since November 2nd that has not been confirmed from my self-custody wallet, blockchain wallet. Oh, that's crazy. Yeah, I know there were a little bit of a spike in the Bitcoin fees, but like I said, with Rollercoin, that was their reason for canceling the first withdrawal, which, hey, I get it. If that's what you need to do to, make your site profitable, it's pretty unheard of nowadays to see a site covering the entire crypto or Bitcoin withdrawal fee or transfer fee. So I was pretty surprised to see they were still doing it. And like I said, it was only a few thousand Satoshis. It was more so the fact that it took, a month and a half to get from the site to my wallet that was really, bothering me. And I mean, to be completely honest, I was, it was, I think it was a Friday that they said they were going to send it, and I finally got it. I think it was on the 9th. I was probably going to give them to about mid this week, and if I had not gotten my payment, I was, about ready to give up on, getting it, and I would have, removed all the videos on the channel and, assumed that the site was no longer paying. So, like I said, I gave them a lot more time than I normally would. Support did respond and, all of that. They just didn't give any answers. So, kind of a strange interaction, but again, like I said, I've been using the site for a while, gotten paid multiple times. So, maybe they just had a little bit of a glitch on their end. Who knows? But, Mike, you said, great. Thanks for your thoughts. Yeah, well, you're welcome. I think that was probably for the the Bitcoin charts. So yeah, I mean, I think we can definitely get closer to that all-time high. But again, I wouldn't get too excited. Wouldn't hold your breath for all-time highs until after the Bitcoin halving, which is still a few months away. And then I think we still have even more time after that before we'll start to see those all-time highs. But who knows? We are in a very different situation than we've been in during the last runs, so it could be a different timing schedule as well. Low Roller can you post the link to help George with his unconfirmed transactions? Yeah, well, I think, George, if I read your question or your comment there right about the unconfirmed, it is on the blockchain, it's just not confirmed, correct? Because if that's the case, a lot of times there isn't really much you can do other than wait for it to just, get picked up by the miners. Now, sometimes there is a possibility that you can actually up the fee after the fact, and, I've done it a few times. I don't know if it's really clear or if it's still something you can do, but you could choose to, say, send another $10 in Bitcoin to get, $100 to move and go to your next wallet. But that's up to you. But unfortunately, if it is already broadcasted to the blockchain, it's out of your wallet and is showing up on the blockchain, there isn't much you can do. There is no support. It is something that you do just have to wait for. And I have had that happen before. Unfortunately, there isn't much you can do. But if it is something where you are withdrawing from Rollercoin, I'd be happy to kind of talk a little bit more about the support methods I went through to get some help there. Low Roll, you said I need to become mods to post the link. Yeah, if let's see here. I think I can probably let's see. There we go. I think Low Roller, that should give you, if you want to try and post a link there. But yeah, either way, I think if it's on the blockchain, I don't think there's too much you can do. But Low Roller, you said I had a website, or you said I should mine Bonk since you got nothing to lose. Yeah. Personally for me, I'm kind of going after some more stable coins right now. And when I say stable coins, I mean coins that are a little bit bigger, not so much meme coins. I've got a few holdings on, just being, in the meme coin space. I have Dogecoin, I have Shiba, and I have, I can't think of what that other one, the Doge on Mars. So right now I'm mining, like I said, Matic, which I think is a very strong coin. Top 15 coins here. So far it's worked out very well for me with it, jumping up to, 90 cents right now, which is awesome. So I think for the time being, like I said, I switched over on February 1st. I'll probably reevaluate what coins I want to be mining when it comes down to the end of February. May stick with Matic, may switch to something else, but for now I'm gonna stick with Matic for the time being. And then Low Roller said I found a website to fix unconfirmed Bitcoin transactions. Mike said congrats to Low Roller. So yeah, I think, Low Roller, you're in pretty much all the streams and seem pretty helpful here in the community. But let me take a look. Oops, I hit back to YouTube. I shouldn't have hit that. Go to site. Oh, I think I have used this before. I would say just if you do have to send any Bitcoin, I don't know if this is the one. Just send a our service will rebroadcast the transaction. Yeah, okay. Yeah, something like this, George, you can definitely try this out. It looks like all it needs is your Bitcoin transaction ID, so you're not actually sending any crypto. So completely free to test this out, it looks like. But what I was going to say is if you do find other sites that, say, oh, send X number of, Satoshis and we'll get your transaction unstuck, definitely be careful. Some of them could definitely be scams. But it looks like Accelerate there is, free and easy to use without having to send any crypto. So, but George said, yeah, I had this happen before. It took a while, but this has taken longer than I have had to wait before. It has to do with how much fee I paid. Yeah, unfortunately, it is one of those things. Like I said, I did have this happen once a while back. You definitely try the Bitcoin transaction accelerator. Can't hurt. And it looks like Low Roller sent another one here as well. Especially if you're just getting you're just putting in your transaction ID. There is really nothing to lose there. Yeah, so looks like, right here you can just do your free submission here on this site as well. So thanks, Low Roller, for sharing those. I think, like he said, you got nothing to lose, so why not go for it, and, maybe you'll get your payment. But yeah, unfortunately, there isn't too much that you can do in that situation other than wait. So, but yeah, so it looks like we still have 6 people here in the stream. So, awesome stream tonight. I think we had a lot of good chat, good participation, stuff like that. It's great to have some more people here. The YouTube channel's been growing a little bit here as well, kind of getting some new people in the community. So glad to see everybody here. I know there were some familiar names, but just as a quick question to everybody who is in the stream, does Thursdays around this time work well for a stream to try and be a little bit more consistent streaming? So, just looking forward into the future. But George said thanks, check it out, and yeah, definitely unfortunately, when it comes to support, I think once it leaves your wallet, there really isn't much anybody can do. Just kind of the nature of crypto, whether, it's a stuck transaction or a transaction sent to a wrong wallet. Unfortunately, there really isn't much that can be done. So, at least it is out there. If it's still pending, that means, it will eventually get to the wallet. It just is a matter of time, unfortunately. So, it is what it is, but let's see. Low Roller said this is why people don't like to do hardware wallets, since people get afraid their transaction gets stuck. Heart attack if your Bitcoin stuck is $10,000. Yeah, hardware wallets are secure, but they do come with their own issues. Yeah, unfortunately, sometimes these things do happen, and we'll just have to kind of wait and see what happens with it. But Mike, you said I prefer Friday or Saturday, but down for Thursday if that's better with you. So yeah, I'll have to see. Usually Friday and sometimes Saturday doesn't work out too well, but yeah, I'll keep that in mind. Try and do around this time and see if we can continue getting some more people in the live streams, because I know it seems like the live streams on the YouTube channel here, at least for me, are one of the lower viewed items. So it was great to see all the people here. I think there was a lot to talk about, and hopefully we can solve George's issue there and get a little bit of that transaction moving. So hopefully some of those websites help, and hopefully there was some information that was able to be gathered from the charts and all the different coins and all that. But I think we do have a few exciting months coming as we get closer to the halving and the next bull cycle. But probably going to get ready to wrap up the stream here. So if there is anything else you guys wanted to talk about, feel free to leave it in the chat. George said simple to solve on the ETH blockchain. And yeah, Low Roller said try the 2 sites, and definitely keep us updated here on the channel. Hopefully, like I said, hopefully one of those works for you. I do recognize this first one that low roller scent. I think I've used this before when I had this issue. Can't really say if it worked. I did eventually get the money, so maybe it did. This one I don't know if I've ever used, but it looks like it's free and it's just a transaction ID, so why not? But Mike said, love the channel, keep up the great work. I appreciate it, Mike. Yeah, trying to stick with the 3 to 4 videos a week, and been doing some more of the YouTube shorts and all that to kind of get a new viewer base onto the channel. The shorts are either hit or miss really from what I've found, but very cool. Appreciate the support here on the channel from the group here in the live stream, as well as all the other people that support as well. Really liking and sharing really helps YouTube see that you're enjoying the content, and will help bring some new people in as well, so greatly appreciate that. But again, thank you to everybody who did stop by and is still here on the stream. Really do appreciate it. As always, if there's any questions, comments, things you'd like to see more videos on, please feel free to leave a comment either on the stream after it's ended, or just any of the videos. YouTube does put them right up front on the dashboard, so I usually do see them pretty quickly. Happy to kind of dive into other YouTube videos and other topics, and kind of share my thoughts on those as well. But awesome. Well, with that, I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap up the stream. Oh, George, I see you asked how much electricity costs would a 6 GPU mining rig. That's kind of a hard question to answer. Unfortunately, just because there is so much variability in GPU mining rigs, what I would recommend you do is go to whattomine.com. I'll send the link in the chat here. Great site to test out, and well, not test out, but see what you could be getting with your different GPUs, and it actually gives you the wattages as well. So for example, if you had a 4080, these are the different hashes that you would be able to get, and you're looking at about 200 watts on an Ethereum hash, or like a Kapow algorithm, it's about 260 watts. So if you were to jump that up to 6 GPUs, you can see here that's about 1560 watts. So, of course, that gives you an idea of how many watts you would be using. Of course, this is going to be very different for each GPU. And then for your cost, it's going to depend on where you live, what your local power rate is. What to mine auto defaults to a 10-cent power rate, which can be changed right here. So when you do scroll down here, the calculations that it gives is based off 10 cents, so keep that in mind as well. But change that to whatever your power rate is, and you'll get a better calculation. So I think this will be a good site to kind of check in and put in some of the custom things that you're thinking of doing, the card, your power rate, your algorithm, stuff like that. And I think that'll give you a little bit better of an idea of what you might be paying for power. Awesome. So, well, with that being said, I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap up the stream. So thank you again to everybody who joined in. I do greatly appreciate it, both here in the stream as well as on the channel day to day. Thank you for your support. Hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you in the next one.